I think they're out of missiles.
Go ahead, Command.
Two torpedoes left here.
Missile out.
Aye, aye, Commander. Firing missile.
On the way.
Oh, range is only 3.5 kilometers, so they're getting closer to us. No hits.
How can we help today, Commander? Missile out. Let's see him try to get away from these.
Missile away.
Missile reserves are low.
Of course they are. Those missiles, why do they stop and... They're not going direct fire, they're just trying to weave them their way in there. It's not working. Got all the chaff. So now we're getting unknown track because it's all the stuff in there. No.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Firing multiple missiles this time. That's the last two here.
I'd hate to be on the other side of those.
Missile stores are low.
Missile reserve low.
Wow, that was not impressive at all. So apparently it looks like we're going to shoot each other to death with the point defense weapons at this point.
How can we help today, Commander?
Oh, we're winning on points so far. Because we're at a cap point right there, point B. They don't seem to be moving to 1.
Moving out.
Orbit.
Copy that. Moving.
Orbit there. Just because we can't. And we are out of... Oh, no, that's right. We're reserving 2 bombers. Because as soon as they launch, they're going to get destroyed. And we have 1 CWAC as well that we don't really need. If we launch it, it'll probably get destroyed. There's you. Condition 67%. So it looks like torpedoes got through that. You're at 37 condition. You're 100. So it looks like some of our torpedoes actually got through. Tell it's harmless. Tell condition stuff. Harmless. So, the bad guys, identical to the good guys. I could try to launch the bombers. Send them off to the side maybe, and I don't know. He's obviously out.
At the ready, Commander.
Oh, of course I could have these guys just sit here on the point and have the carrier go off in the distance. Ah, I can do that.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
And you break from formation. Controls, drop, longer track, assume formation lead. I don't know.
Receiving.
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
Can have you actually this.
Aye, aye. Forming up.
There we go. Okay, so
Send your traffic.
We're going to have you go off to distance a little bit.
Moving out.
Okay, so I'm going to send him that way. And it hopefully gets far enough away from these guys so we can actually launch the bombers. Should be far enough once he gets out there, and then we'll have them come back and do their bombing thing and hope for the best. So what all the little red dots are, I don't know. Are they actually moving to a capture point? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it.
Standing by.
Okay, so you can do a little keep moving here.
Understood. We're en route.
So I'm going to orbit this area. Just keep moving. I don't know what they're doing. They're not moving to any of the capture points, so we'll win this on points eventually. Someday. Once the carrier gets out far enough, launch the bombers, all two of them, and see what they can do. They'll probably get shot. Well, no, they should be able to launch the torpedoes from far enough away, but they're only going to be launching, what, 4 at most? Depending on what we have available. So they are moving. Way down below.
Got you 5 by 5. Copy that. Moving. At the ready, Commander. Moving out.
It's gonna have you move that way right now. So what's their range? 4,000 meters. So that should be... They should be pretty much out of missiles too. But I don't trust them. As far as missiles to shoot down our bombers as they launch, because that would be bad right now if we did that. I want to make sure we're plenty far enough away before we do that. Although you have
Hear you,
torpedoes
Command.
left, don't you? Your condition 6%, 8%. I don't know what the condition number actually means. You're 68. Don't know what those numbers mean. No torpedoes left.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Your Sky's got 6. Two salvos.
Copy that. Deploying missile.
That's not going to be enough to overcome their defenses, but maybe one sneaks through. Can't see. Oh, looks like that one might have hit. You're pretty far away now. I'll try to launch
Send your traffic.
the CWAC, see if we can get a little bit better view down there. If he doesn't get shot down, we should be able to launch the bombers. Because again, the distance is growing. I don't know what that ping was for, though. So,
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Now the 2 port torpedoes.
They're taking shots at us.
With what? What are they shooting? Oh, they do have stuff to shoot down that.
Ready, wizard. Wired and confirmed.
Run. So that's some pretty long range on those things. And he's gone. Okay then, so now we know we can't launch the bombers at that range. How's the range on those stupid missiles? That's like forever and a day, it seems like.
Standing by.
We don't have electronic warfare, right?
We hear you, Command.
Nope. Looks like they're tracking the carrier. So that means
Go ahead, Command.
full speed. Actually, just a little bit of flank to get to point A a little bit faster. So they're obviously out of all their torpedoes, otherwise they'd be shooting at us, you would think. We're just orbiting this point, collecting our points. Upper part of the screen, 320. Once we reach 1,000, we win. And they haven't bothered to capture any points yet, so I'm okay with that. We'll be picking up a second point here in a little bit. Okay, just do full.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Orbit in circles, as opposed to squares.
Awaiting your orders, Commander. What are our orders, Commander?
So we've taken no damage. Our ships took no damage
We're
whatsoever.
ready when you are, Commander.
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
Wish I could see them.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Conditions 100. 2%. Again, I don't know what the exact condition is. 53. So this one hasn't been hit. 2%. Again, I wish I could see what he was at. They do appear to be chasing the carrier, though.
We are securing Zone Eclipse.
Good. So where's the other point? There's Charlie's up there. It's actually four. Okay, the 4 other points are over here on the left side. And they are chasing the carrier for whatever reason.
Go ahead, Command. On the way, Commander.
So go there, and then we'll go over here.
We have secured Zone Eclipse.
And we can see if we keep
We're
it.
ready when you are, Commander.
Copy that. Moving.
So, do we think we'll be able to launch bombers from this range? It's 5 kilometers, right? Let's see. Oh, actually, we don't have to do this. We can stay at full speed. And these guys won't really launch until we slow down. So, launch the torpedoes or the blackjacks have disruption or ECM type of stuff. Oh, we only have 1 missile of each left. Get the blackjack, get the torpedo.
Missile reserves are low.
Missile reserves are empty at this point.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
We hear you, Command.
Can I have you? I don't know why they're chasing the carrier so much. Go form up with them just in case.
Aye, aye. Forming up.
Okay, so we're leaving one here. He's going to go join up with the carrier. I guess it looks like when you leave the spot, you maintain control of the area. So that's fine. We're up to 400 points of 1,000 we need to win.
Command.
Looks like they're ready to go.
What can we do for you?
You can. Shit.
On it.
That's some incredible range to shoot down fighters. Yeah, they're not going to survive that.
Flight 4. All missiles expended.
So he's returning to base now. Did he launch missiles? I didn't see him launch any missiles, though.
What can we do for you, Commander?
You can launch your last 2 missiles at that one. 2%. Oh, the 50. Let's see if we can hit him. He doesn't have that many left.
Understood. Launching missile.
Launching more missiles than we don't have. See if they catch him off
Missile
guard.
stores are low.
Missile stores are going to be empty after this. Look like 2 hits.
Missile reserves are low.
They either got shot down or they hit. I couldn't tell. It's saying 100% condition though, so I'm guessing they didn't hit.
Send your traffic.
Now the bomber's getting repaired. Not that it's going to matter as soon as it launches again, because the range on those missiles is crazy. But still, that's like, is this a kilometer? I'm guessing each one of these rings is a kilometer. Because that was incredible. I mean, that was a good, well over 7 kilometers away, and they were still shooting down the bombers. Or trying to. $15 millimeters, so those are worthless again. Oh, 50 millimeter flak shell. Not good. 20 millimeter slugs, not useful against ships. So nobody has ammo to actually shoot the ships.
We hear you, Command.
How can we help today, Commander?
Well, then you can get that fighter repaired, or bomber repaired. Those hard missiles go. We have no more blackjacks, we have 1 torpedo and 5 thunderheads. Oh, sorry, that's not a torpedo, it's a Tyrando. What the hell is a Tyrando? I'm treating that as torpedo. I have no idea what that... sorry, not Tyrando, it's Tornado. No, that says Tyrando, but it actually is supposed to be Tornado. Somebody did a typo there. See, Tyrando, and it actually says Tornado. It's like, what the hell is a Tyrando? It's a tornado. Okay. I don't know which ones of those is the best of the two. Doesn't really matter though, does it?
We've spent most of our missiles.
Yes, we have. Hey, you're up to 500 points though.
How can we help today, Commander?
Don't launch the fighter until we are far enough away. So look, they are close to 10 kilometers away from us. Right? They shouldn't be able to shoot down our bomber from that far away. That's ridiculous.
Yes, Commander.
Point defense turrets controls the automatic task. When in man, turrets will only shoot at designated point defense. When dedicated, only dedicated point defense will be used, and dual-purpose weapons will not be left auto. So auto. Controls the fire if you interact. So don't have those to use. Decoys. Defense zone. Controls of this workshop's defense will be targeted. Area mode will target all missiles in range, prioritizing missiles stuff. So area. Point area. So area. So anything they can reach, they should be shooting at. Defense-wise. So again.
At the ready, Commander.
Yeah, good 10 kilometers away, right? That bomber should be able to launch.
What can
and
we
it
do
did.
for you?
Now the question is, can it launch its missiles before it gets shot down? They seem to be repairing. Because his condition's at 100. He's at 57. He's at 80. This is the carrier.
Wire received. Ready for tasking.
There's our little bomber. Will he survive the day? Probably not. I think Gimpy as commander. Me too. I've done a horrible job. I agree.
We are securing Zone Atlas.
Oh, he got hit. He got hit. That's not good. Launch your torpedoes. You should be... Do it. What are you waiting for? Or at least he's dodging. Come on, you can do it. How close do you have to get before you launch your missiles? Do you have missiles to launch, I guess is the question.
Secured Zone Atlas.
So there they are. Ouch. I saw no missiles being launched. What's the deal? And you're dead.
Go ahead, Command.
Oh, now's our last chance of doing any damage to these losers. But so they are following the carrier for whatever reason. Wonder why.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Where's the carrier?
How can we help today, Commander?
I don't know. Why can't we see you?
What are our orders, Commander?
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Go ahead, Command.
Let's go fly up here. Oh, you went back this way. How'd the carrier end up back here so fast? Oh, probably because I have the map all twisted around, that's why.
On the way, Commander.
We're ready when you are, Commander.
Okay, formation, come back to with the group, and...
Understood. Falling in.
Yeah, I had the map all turned around. So that's why it looked like the... It's like, how did you get back to the center? But that's the center there. Or actually... Bravo. Echo. Charlie. I don't know where the center is anymore. Where did we start? We started at 180? I think we started at 180. But they have made no attempt at all to capture a point, which is no big deal, because we're going to win anyway, but... So it's nice to know this fleet is friggin' pointless once it runs out of fighters and ammunition, torpedoes, or missiles, whatever. Because they've got no guns to protect themselves, which means maybe we make a little adjustment to the frigates. Maybe give them a gun to use to shoot other things that are bigger than fighters. Or can you put guns on the carrier? So where's the last control point? Out down there.
What are our orders, Commander?
What can we do for you, Commander?
I'm gonna send you... I guess it doesn't really matter. By the time he gets down there, it'll be mostly over. It's already mostly over. By the time he gets down there, the points won't matter. For those who missed it, basically we're doing mirror fleet competition. It's a carrier and 2 frigates in each fleet. And we failed at killing ships on both sides. But we didn't take any damage.
Send your traffic.
At least nothing
Yes,
noticeable.
Commander.
Very minimal damage at best.
Receiving.
Or sorry, at worst.
At the ready, Commander.
I think they actually took some damage. I think we snuck a couple of torpedoes in there. Although, maybe not. That condition number, I don't know what that actually is supposed to be. I'm guessing it's the green
We
line.
hear you, Command.
See, no damage.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Send your traffic.
Oh, 6 points of damage on the carrier. So nothing special. Minimal damage. Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure we snuck a couple of torpedoes in on them. And again, I still don't know what the condition thing is, because one of them was really low at some point. Intel says harmless. PD. Oh, point defense is at 7%, I'm guessing. That's probably why. No, these conditions at 100. Or 58. I don't understand. Troops are doing fine. Phenomenal. Oh, we still have ammunition for bombers that don't exist. By enemy sensors, oh no. And I wish I could actually see their conditions. We're just waiting for the points to reach 1,000, which not too much longer.
We hear you, Command.
Standing by.
At the ready, Commander.
Guys move so slow.
We hear you, Command.
Insert meme of Graf Zeppelin carrier killing a Japanese battlecruiser because it's an extremely well-armed carrier. But is it really?
At the ready, Commander.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Quiet. Command's on the line.
So is this guy flying sideways? Trying to figure out what's going on here. Looks a little stuck.
Turning up the engines now.
Go away from the carrier and see if you can actually make some progress here.
Course laid in.
Yeah, you got lucky. Dum, 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 dum. So he doesn't seem to care about which way he's facing when he's burning all his engines like that, does he? I'm not even sure which way is the front end of this thing. That's probably the back end there. The engines look a little bigger. $990, almost done. Still facing the wrong way, though. Battle over in 3 seconds, because we won 1,000 points. Okay, then. So, that's us. This is them. So, no offensive ability at 123. No offensive ability at 123. No offensive ability at 1. Okay. So it looks like the carrier, we hit him actually a couple of times, it looks like. This one looks pretty clean. This missile defense, terrible. Efficiency value, fair. So no damage, no damage. We should put some torpedoes towards these guys with a shot of down, so I'm kind of happy that we did that much damage to the carrier at least. Missile warfare that hit. So bolts did their thing. Blackjack's hit. Did they? Oh no, he had blackjacks. Didn't use any though. He didn't use any of this stuff? That makes no sense. What about us? Yeah, little damage received. Oh, it's going the wrong thing. So the bolts expended. So what's the point of showing this number? Because this is just the stuff that we were carrying that didn't actually use them. So where's the fighter breakdown? Still defense was terrible. How so? We took one hit, maybe two. How was it terrible? Tornadoes. Expended 13. Interceptions 8. Successes 4. So that kind of worked. So I'm guessing tornadoes really aren't. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Don't have any sensor warfare. So how do you know how do you see what how the fighters actually did now over here? So Claymore. Carried 8, lost 8. Damage 608. Oh, so his fighters didn't do squat for damage. The longsword, damage dealt 10. Damage 65 and 3 sorties, 62. So, yeah. So I wonder why the longsword didn't do anything. Probably put the wrong stuff in there. Oh, wait a minute. No, we were losing. Shit. What are we using? We're using, just a second. Maybe. So I'm looking at his side of stuff. He still had fighters left. It still had katanas and bobs. And he had a longsword too. So why didn't he launch more? I mean, other than they weren't doing any damage, but other than that, how come they didn't launch? But the Claymore. What's the Claymore? We had to see what the Claymore was doing. Or what Claymore was using. So, spacecraft, claymores, using black. Oh, sorry, reason. Oh, that's me misspelling Tyrandos. That was me. Tornadoes. That's good. Anyway, tornadoes and the blackjacks. So. Tornadoes and thunderheads. So these are the thunderheads and tornadoes. Oh, this is black. Oh, tornadoes suck for bombers. Although the Claymore actually is using 4 small ones. So I think we put tornadoes. No, I don't think we want tornadoes on this, do we? Because that's like anti-missile type stuff. Yeah, fragmentation. These aren't good against blowing up. These aren't good for blowing up ships. They're good for blowing up missiles and other fighters. But we don't want that on a bomber. So we need to get rid of the tornado. Yes. So the Blackjacks, these are basically ECM missiles. Kind of small, but... And the Thunderheads, those are the more explosive ones, right? Yeah. High explosive impact, so these are fine. Oh, and then the Blackjacks. These are the ECM kind of thingies. So direct guidance. And this is the one where they do scanning to jammers as they're flying in. They're doing jamming at their target, and this is their guidance in. So Thunderhead, the fixed active seeker, and the cruise guidance. I don't know. It seems the missiles, they go tearing in, and then once they get closer to the target, they stop moving for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's just a gameplay thing. Because none of the missiles we're using we aren't using cruise missiles. Maybe tornadoes. Again, these are the flaks, though. These aren't those. Although I was shooting these, wasn't I? Not knowing what they were. It's bombs. This is just a small impact or high explosive missile that's used on the Bob. Bob uses these, hence Bob's Bailstra. Blackjack. This doesn't fit on the Bob, does it? Oh, bolts. Bolts are used for shooting down missiles and fighters. With fragmentation. Should probably just stick to these. Katana is using Void Superiority, which is or Tornado. Or the Fighter Bomber, which is Blackjacks. Which is fine. Too bad the bombers don't have more options. I mean, the fighters have some good choices here, or at least some choices. They've got fuel tanks, illuminator pods for laser-guided missiles, basically. Jamming pods, so good for jamming radars they flying in. I guess they're better as support. I guess they're supposed to be using these as support for the bombers. So for shooting down missiles and fighters type stuff. No, that's the bolts. This is actually explosive missiles. These are you can use against bigger ships to try to blow them up. Which, not a bad idea. It's with the jamming. Anyway. So our fleet composition. So what we need to do is look at these frigates and see if we can put some guns on them. So it's not completely worthless once they have no missiles left. Because not a big capacity there. There's only 10. These are all defensive stuff. Yeah, this is the only offensive thing we have to play around with. Weapons, point defense, weapons projectile, there we go. So instead of a missile launcher, a cannon. This missile launcher, the VS-1.
Hey, bag of water, it is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, Please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1
Very
hour.
actually medium range, it can provide good steady firepower against targets that fit its intended weight class, such as destroyers, frigates, and corvettes. It's expected over the performance of the MK falls dramatically when tasked against heavier warships. That's okay. Oopsie. There we go. Cannon. Now we just need ammunition, though. So we need no accessible ammunition. Reinforced magazine. Oh, we get different shells. What's the chemical? So armor piercing, high explosive, RPF. It's an RPF. Effective on light or medium stuff. Features a special radio proximity fuse which will detonate the shell if it detects an object in its path, greatly increasing its effectiveness against fast maneuvering small targets like corvettes and frigates. These rounds can also be used for defensive purposes, such as shooting down incoming missiles. Note that the proximity fuse does not discriminate between targets, and you can destroy outbound friendly missiles if not used judiciously. Sounds fun. Need more space helicopters? I agree. How many shells? We have 3 points to play around with. That's the 200 shots. It's like defensive stuff. That was what they were shooting down in the previous fight. This is what they were using to shoot down the bomber. Kind of liking how that $2.99 is staying there, and I'm adding all kinds of ammo. So high explosive ammo isn't as valuable as armor piercing? Is that what I'm reading here? It sure is. That's good. There we go. Okay, so 200 rounds of armor-piercing shells and 300 rounds of high explosive. That'll work for you. Starlit skies, can we do the same for you? Heavier missiles. Basically, we're taking our missile launchers away from these guys, but they don't have a lot of ammo anyway. I'd rather have the guns. Shell stuff, so we want armor piercing. I still have to take a break really badly, but get this stuff done. Oops. So it was how many did you have? 203. Oh, the ships are different. So See if we can squeeze a few more high explosive. No, we cannot. Okay, so 200 rounds of high explosive, 100 of armor piercing. So not quite as good as the other one. But I think more effective than missiles. Hey, Jarug, welcome back. So we'll see how this goes. So save the fleet. Okay, so there's that. And we'll do some other tweaks in the fleet when I get back from my break, because I really do need to stand up, stretch my legs, get some water, go see what Mrs. Gimpy and Rocket are up to, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So thank you very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video. And there's no hot tub.